What's up, cool people? How we all doing? And I guess I'm now realizing maybe my chair is a little bit lower than the one I used to sit in. But hey, um, yeah, I do have a new chair compared to last week and any time before that for a while. um, yeah, got got tired of feeling like the gaming chair thing was uncomfortable, so I got myself more like an office chair kind of thing going on, and I definitely say it's better. Still not perfect, but better. Anyway, um, so yeah, just premiered the first, episode of my edited Let's Play series for Kingdom Hearts Final Mix. So yeah, really been waiting to get that out there. I realize I've been playing the game for a few weeks now, but it's still I guess the edited video like Let's Play style has been more so my bread and butter for a longer time on the channel than just live streaming in general. But yeah. So this is going to be the usual recording session kind of live stream. I'm going to start off with Bible study, and then I'll get to playing some Kingdom Hearts, because I'd rather just kind of roll with that however long I'm comfortable with, rather than possibly attempting to, like, or possibly feeling like I would need to cut that off to fit in the Bible study at the end. But anyway, I did notice there's an odd number of chapters in First Samuel, so at some point or another, I'm going to end up basically, putting 3 chapters of Bible study into a live stream. But I feel like just starting off, First Samuel might not be the best time. Honestly, I just don't feel like it that much today anyway. I'd rather do more Kingdom Hearts today, if I'm honest. Quick note for people watching on Twitch, I did up the ad break length just a little bit, only like another half a minute per hour. Honestly, it felt like the ad breaks in a lot of cases weren't long enough for some of my transitions, so I figured I'd just, I figured increasing that time would serve the purpose of getting slightly more ad revenue, maybe, not that that's the big concern, but more importantly than that in my mind, decreasing the amount of time that you all have to sit through me transitioning things in a live stream. So yeah, anyway, I think that's about all I got in terms of updates. So yeah, gonna whip up the Bible study portion of the stream here in a sec. Just, yeah. I'll be running the ad break on Twitch and get all that kind of situated and figured out in the meantime. But of course, people watching on YouTube will not notice the difference. And or people, who are subscribed to my Twitch channel. Making sure I pop out the Twitch chat and activity windows. Okay, there's more awkwardness with this now, since I hit affiliate, and now it's got a, like, gift a subscription suggestion at the top of the chat feed. Okay. Anywho. Yeah, I think I'm otherwise pretty much ready to go with that. Okay. I could have been ready to go at pretty much a minute long ad break there. It's usually more so transitioning to the gaming part of it that ends up being the issue. Alright, well, there's only like 10 seconds left in the ad break now. Get a sip of water here. Okay. Hey, Agent Ice, how you doing? Caught me pretty early in the stream here. Just about to start studying First Samuel, at least, the first couple of chapters of it. How are things going for me? In general, pretty good. Mostly liking the new job situation. I did get myself a more comfortable chair, but I still feel like I might want to get a desk that converts to a standing position so that I'm not necessarily just sitting all the time. Was that whole time? Was there an ad break going on that whole time? It didn't seem like it should have been that long. Or maybe, I don't know. Whatever. But, okay. That or just get it every 40 minutes for 5 to 10 minutes. Well, that's the thing. I'm feeling like I kind of should. I'm feeling like I should get up every, roughly every hour or so. Like, literally just, I sit for that long and it feels like I should get up. Not that I'm necessarily, uncomfortable with sitting for more or anything like that. But after a while, it just gets to be like, I'm just kind of tired of sitting for right now. So for the times when I would want to stand up and still be productive, I think getting the, convertible desk that can go to a standing position would be better. But anyway, stuff to figure out because trying to do the work while I'm standing with my current situation is a little bit awkward. I could still kind of do it, but if anything, it's mostly reading stuff from the screen. I guess the other solution would be get a monitor that like tilts, but I feel like the standing desk thing would be an overall healthier solution anyway, especially because standing and typing on the keyboard isn't super comfortable. Anyway, I digress. Okay. Anyway, so getting into some Bible study here. Kicking off First Samuel. Probably more ergonomic. What the heck does the word ergonomic even mean? Like, I hear that thrown around a lot in, like, advertisements for different products and things. But, like, has anybody actually explained what they mean when they say that? Anyway, whatever. No big deal. Okay. For realsies, though. Bible study time. And, yeah, I might as well just kick it off and then I can get into explaining where we are with things. So, yeah. Here we go. Okay, so we are looking at First Samuel, starting with chapter 1, because why wouldn't I? Reading through the entire Bible anyway. Um, so I guess we're kind of past the time of the judges now, um, but it hasn't really established. Maybe it will. How far afterwards we are, but yeah, I guess there was a little while even at the end of the book of Judges where it didn't actually mention there being a judge over Israel, and people were just kind of doing whatever they wanted, like as much as, if not even more so, than in the times between the judges. So yeah, don't expect things to look super duper. Don't expect it to look like the people of Israel are following God super well here. But in any case, yeah, not sure how much else to say really. We did find out near the end of Judges that the tribe of Dan did finally actually get settled in. They hadn't really settled in to a specific part of the land up until that point. But there's definitely still other people groups and kingdoms around them that could potentially cause them trouble, it seems. But anyway, enough context building. I think it's about time we maybe just hop on into the chapter here. So, 1 Samuel chapter 1, here we go. There was a man named Elkanah who lived in Ramah in the region of Zuph, in the hill country of Ephraim. He was the son of Jeroham, son of Elihu, son of Tohu, son of Zuph, of Ephraim. Elkanah had 2 wives, Hannah and Peninnah. Peninnah had children, but Hannah did not. What was... I'm like, Hannah was also one of... No, never mind. I was getting mixed up with Rachel and Leah, Jacob's wives. I'm like, hold up. It sounds like a real familiar name for a guy that had multiple wives, but no, my brain mixed things up for a bit there. Okay, so still doesn't necessarily give us a real close time frame there. Where's the footnote says Zoph is in the Greek version. Hebrew reads in Ramathaim Zophim, which I'm kind of assuming that's another one of those same place, different name sort of deals. Although the Hebrew might have a significant, or it might have a certain meaning to the name that wouldn't get communicated here. But it's not like I would know that anyway, honestly. If anybody who wants to look that up can feel free to, and let me know if there's a certain significance to that name. But otherwise, I'm just gonna say that it's not that important. So, dude named Elkanah, who lived in Ramah, had 2 wives. One had children, one did not. Okay. On to verse 3. Each year, Elkanah would travel to Shiloh to worship and sacrifice to the Lord of heaven's armies at the tabernacle. The priests of the Lord at that time were the 2 sons of Eli, Hophni and Phinehas. On the days Elkanah presented his sacrifice, he would give portions of the meat to Peninnah and each of her children. And though he loved Hannah, he would give her only one choice portion, because the Lord had given her no children. So Peninnah would taunt Hannah and make fun of her because the Lord had kept her from having children. Year after year it was the same. Peninnah would taunt Hannah as they went to the tabernacle. Each time, Hannah would be reduced to tears and would not even eat. "Why are you crying, Hannah?" Elkanah would ask. "Why aren't you eating? Why be downhearted just because you have no children? You have me. Isn't that better than having 10 sons?" That sounds like a classic guy move to try and say something like that. But, not always particularly comforting. I mean, because, let's face it, the logic doesn't exactly follow either, because Peninnah also has him, but she's got children. So, and it's made all the more apparent when they go to, to give these sacrifices every year, because she just gets the one portion of the meat for herself. Meanwhile, Peninnah gets, hers and all the portions for her children. So, it's noticeable. Footnotes. Okay, so at the part where it says he would give her only one choice portion, it could be, and because he loved Hannah, he would give her a choice portion. Meaning of the Hebrew is uncertain. Okay, so, but either way that is worded, like, I guess he's trying to put in a little extra effort, to show that he loves her too by giving her a better portion. I mean, it says a choice portion there for her, and it doesn't say that it was choice portions for, his other wife and his kids. So, but the thing is, as good as his intentions there might be, that could make it feel like she's singled out all the more because her portion's different than everybody else's. I'm not saying that is what she thought, but I imagine some people could wind up thinking like that. Anyway, footnote there. Hebrews says the house of the Lord instead of the tabernacle. But that's what the house of the Lord would have been at the time. There was no temple yet or anything like that. It was the tabernacle. Anyway. All right. On to verse 9. Once after a sacrificial meal at Shiloh, Hannah got up and went to pray. Eli, the priest, was sitting at his customary place beside the entrance of the tabernacle. Hannah was in deep anguish, crying bitterly as she prayed to the Lord. And she made this vow: "O Lord of heaven's armies, if you will look upon my sorrow and answer my prayer and give me a son, then I will give him back to you. He will be yours for his entire lifetime. And as a sign that he has been dedicated to the Lord, his hair will never be cut." Hair not being cut, that sounds familiar. Reminiscent of Samson. But this doesn't necessarily mean that her son's going to get all sorts of crazy strength and whatnot. But still might be a similar vow. Also, it said the priests at the time were the sons of Eli, but I guess Eli also served too. I mean, I think it was pretty much either until they reached a certain age or until they just basically weren't really able to perform the duties anymore that the priests would continue serving in that capacity. So, yeah, it's definitely possible for Eli and his sons to be priests at the same time. Footnote there at tabernacle again. Hebrew says the temple of the Lord, which perhaps slightly different wording than when it said tabernacle before. Again, there hadn't really been the more permanent looking structure of the temple up to this point, but could be temple as in not referring to a specific building, but the idea. But again, still referring to the tabernacle because there was no other designated spot of worshiping the Lord. Definitely not at Shiloh. Oh yeah, footnote there at the end of that paragraph. Some manuscripts add, "He will drink neither wine nor intoxicants." But more that would basically just add to the point of him taking the particular vow that I don't know why I'm blanking on the name of it, but the same kind of vow that Samson's parents basically promised that he would follow. Anyway, also, Lord of Heaven's armies. Why is it specifically calling him Lord of Heaven's armies here? I'm not 100% sure, but this is one of those things where it's still referring to the same God, just maybe by a different name. There's all sorts of different titles, I guess you could say, that God has throughout the Bible. Some people who are a little more skeptical of the Bible and Christianity in general try and use that as a reason to say, well, no, they actually worshipped different gods at these different times. And while that is also technically true when they strayed away from, the Lord, their God, who chose them as his, chosen people, it can also be true that, they just gave different titles for the Lord because of different things that he did and or different qualities of his character that became known over the centuries or whatever. So, just because it's specifically using that title doesn't mean they're suddenly worshiping a different god here. But anyway, okay, on to verse 12. So Hannah's praying here, and then as she was praying to the Lord, Eli watched her. Seeing her lips moving but hearing no sound, he thought she had been drinking. "Must you come here drunk?" he demanded. "Throw away your wine." "Oh no, sir," she replied. "I haven't been drinking wine or anything stronger, but I am very discouraged, and I was pouring out my heart to the Lord. Don't think I am a wicked woman, for I have been praying out of great anguish and sorrow." "In that case," Eli said, "go in peace. May the God of Israel grant the request you have asked of him." "Oh, thank you, sir," she exclaimed. Then she went back and began to eat again, and she was no longer sad. So, I guess with, Eli the priest having this interaction with her and basically, adding his seal of approval, so to speak, to her prayer, she felt kind of more reassured there that her prayer would be answered. So now she feels better and she's actually gonna, go back and eat and not be sad. I mean, there's it's hard to really describe the comfort that can be found in just pouring your heart out to God, and especially then also feeling confident that your prayer will be answered. Um, but whenever you see it happen, it is a powerful thing. Like I've I've seen and heard of plenty of people that have basically gone from rock bottom to like mountaintop high just from something like that. So, like, yeah, it might not necessarily have been to that extent, but just shoot. Sometimes even just when we're talking with other people and like pouring our hearts out, figuratively speaking, even that can help us feel better. How much better could that really then be if we're having the same kind of conversation with, you know, Almighty God? So, anyway, I just thought I would put that in there. Like, not anyone that I know, but I could see some people wanting to kind of make light of, like, oh, so she suddenly feels better just because she prayed and somebody told her that her prayer would be answered. Whoop de dee. No, like it's powerful stuff. Anyway, all right, on to verse 19. The entire family got up early the next morning and went to worship the Lord once more. Then they returned home to Ramah. When Elkanah slept with Hannah, the Lord remembered her plea, and in due time she gave birth to a son. She named him Samuel, for she said, I asked the Lord for him. The next year, Elkanah and his family went on their annual trip to offer a sacrifice to the Lord and to keep his vow. But Hannah did not go. She told her husband, wait until the boy is weaned. Then I will take him to the tabernacle and leave him there with the Lord permanently. Yeah, I mean, even if they, even if the pregnancy began like pretty much as soon as possible after the previous visit to the tabernacle, there's still, roughly 9 months of the pregnancy. So odds are the boy's no more than 3 months old next year around. And so, yeah, there's still quite a bit of growing to do and a lot of like taking care of the boy. Kind of an understandable request there. Uh, Footnote there. Samuel sounds like the Hebrew term for asked of God or heard by God. So, as usual, very literal Hebrew naming conventions. And I think I just remembered the whole not cutting the hair and not drinking wine and that kind of stuff. I'm pretty sure that's called a Nazarite vow, if I'm remembering right. In any case, whatever the kind of vow was that Samson took, I think is what they were, you know, promising for this boy too. Well, at least what Hannah was promising. Um, Footnote here. Some manuscripts add, I will offer him as a Nazarite for all. See, there we go. Nazarite. That I should have just looked at the footnote and I would have had confirmation. But hey, I remembered like 15, 20 verses later, but I remembered. So, yeah, she was wanting to wait another year, it seems. Or or at least another year. Like, okay, so quick side note, I used to work at a boarding school that had, I mean, the school itself had students, K to 12, but most of the younger students were local. Um, I think the youngest I remember any of the boarding students being was, uh, although honestly, it might have gotten as young as first grade at one point, somewhere first, third grade, which I could not imagine, uh, like leaving your kid to live somewhere else for the majority of the year. I mean, yeah, they'd be back with you on breaks and like every weekend or two, you know, you could sign them out and have them for the weekend, but like in order to be a boarding student at this school, like they had to be living there on the school campus for like the majority of the year. I could not imagine doing that with a kid that young. Never mind what Hannah's doing here, and like probably at maybe like a year or two old, basically leaving her son with the priests of the tabernacle. That is absolute craziness in my mind. But like, when you've made a promise to God like that, the longer you wait on it, there's also more temptation to just be like, maybe I'll just keep the Nazarite vow and not give him, to the temple or to the tabernacle. But nah, anyway, we'll get more detail on what actually happens here. But more than understandable that like at 3 months old, she would not want to give the boy up. Anywho, all right, on to verse 23. Whatever you think is best, Alcana agreed. Stay here for now, and may the Lord help you keep your promise. So she stayed home and nursed the boy until he was weaned. When the child was weaned, Hannah took him to the tabernacle in Shiloh. They brought along a 3-year-old bull for the sacrifice and a basket of flour and some wine. After sacrificing the bull, they brought the boy to Eli. "Sir, do you remember me?" Hannah asked. "I am the very woman who stood here several years ago praying to the Lord. I asked the Lord to give me this boy, and he has granted my request. Now I am giving him to the Lord, and he will belong to the Lord his whole life." And they worshipped the Lord there. Okay, so now she's saying several years ago, which implies that it was longer than just a year or two. But still, you would think he's still going to be pretty young at this point. But anyway. Hello, Owl. Welcome to the stream. Yes, Tuesday night. That's actually kind of going to be a new standard from now on, I think. Thursday, with the new job situation, Thursday morning just didn't seem right. Yes, I could do Thursday night, but maybe not all the time. Tuesday is like, there's rarely, if ever, anything that I would anticipate happening in my schedule on a Tuesday night. So that's kind of the new recording session stream standard, given my new job situation. So, yeah, anyway, hi, how you doing? about to wrap up looking at the first chapter of First Samuel here, but there will still be a second chapter in the stream, so it's not like you missed all of it. So, looking at footnotes, Elkanah agreed with Hannah that the boy should be weaned before being given to the priests. As in Dead Sea Scrolls in Greek version, Masoretic text reads, "May the Lord keep his promise," rather than "May the Lord help you keep your promise." But it kind of makes more sense to say that it was her promise and not the Lord's. Because she was the one praying about all that. Sorry, making sure I don't miss chat stuff. Might be a short stop for me. And I will be around for about an hour. Friend streams on Tuesday nights, and he asked me to be a moderator for his chat. Ah, okay. Yeah, fair enough. Not like I've asked you to be a moderator here or anything. And yeah, that's a bit more of a commitment, so understandable there. I do think eventually the more just relaxed streams might be on Thursday nights. It's either going to be Thursday or Saturday nights, just kind of depending on the week. I know at least once a month it'll wind up being Saturday nights just because there's a monthly Thursday night thing that typically happens that I would generally want to go to. Anyway, as for how I'm doing, pretty good. Got a new chair because I was tired of being uncomfortable with the old one. I'm starting to wonder, I mean, not that I know from personal experience, but I wonder if that's a common gaming chair experience or if that's just, if it's just because that one was cheap. But whatever. So yeah, I got myself more like an office chair kind of thing here, which is generally more comfortable, although I could do without so much of a, like, it's got a little jut out a little, not, I don't know if jut's quite the right word, but like there's a bit more, it's like it pushes out slightly in like the mid to lower back area. Not like I'm ever gonna be in streams ever again. It's just because the mod thing that gets priority over everyone I might watch. Yeah, no. Modding takes priority over just, being a general viewer and chatter. Anyway, let me just quick wrap up the chapter here so I'm not like, taking so much extra recording time. Or so my recording isn't going a whole bunch longer while we're just chatting about stuff. So I looked at that footnote. This one, there's multiple times. Man, there's a lot of footnotes in this chapter. Masoretic text reads 3 bulls rather than a 3-year-old bull. I mean, quite a different thing, but still probably the same general intent. Although I don't know if this is more so for like the annual offerings that they did, or if they were doing a special thing to dedicate Samuel. Footnote there after the basket, Hebrew says an ephah, which is about 20 quarts. We've discussed that quite a bit, but I mean, that's like 5 gallons worth of stuff, and that's not exactly a small basket to be carrying around. So Hannah asks Eli if he remembers her and explains what she did there and how, like, hey, this is the boy I was praying for. Prayer answered. Yay. But also like, okay, well, here he is, because I promised God I would dedicate this boy to the to the tabernacle. Hebrew says he there instead of they. He presumably would have been Eli. But either way, like, they all were probably worshiping, because that's kind of what they were there for. Whether Eli the priest, because that's part of his job and, like, his the thing that he's dedicated his life to, or, you know, Hannah and her family would have been there to worship, because Elkanah was there on a yearly basis giving sacrifices and offerings anyway. But okay, so that wraps it up for chapter 1. All right. Yeah, I mean, sorry, I didn't mean to be like, all right, no, I need you to be quiet now there, Owl. It's just, it was more so just in the back of my mind, I was thinking, I'm so close to the end of the chapter, I'd really just wrap up the chapter before getting into a lot of casual conversation. But anyway, yeah, on the whole, no big deal. I appreciate you stopping by either way. Okay. My computer just, like, kind of froze there for a sec. Yeah, I mean, I'm usually pretty good about saying things that will indicate to, you know, my editing self that that I might want to cut certain portions out. Anyway, other things going on. I mean, so since I have changed jobs now and am basically making my own schedule, there's stuff going on Monday nights that I've been wanting to do that I can do now. And Friday nights, another thing, Friday nights as well. So that's why I'm not going to be doing live streams on either of those days. Sunday, or not Sunday, sorry. Monday nights is kind of a church thing. Friday nights is more of a just like hang out, have fun. More specifically, being all nerdy and playing some Magic the Gathering with some people at a trading card shop in town. But yeah, on the whole, still definitely preferring the new job situation to the old one. Way less stress on my part. So, definitely not going to argue with that. Oh yeah, and I guess I didn't mention, new chair definitely leans more, or at least I can make it lean easier. I don't have to, like, pull a lever thing. Anywho. So that's the more complete update of me and how I'm doing, what I've been doing, and that kind of stuff. Anyway. Alrighty. Now, I believe I will continue on with Bible study, and I'll kind of summarize the previous chapter as I'm starting to get into this one. So, Owl, you won't have to worry about missing any context for this so much. I've been playing Sims a lot lately. Don't mind playing it until after the Bible stuff. I don't know if The Sims is quite my type of thing, but, you know, different people have different styles of games that they like. You know, I'm not going to rip on it. I know there's potential to do some just kind of fun, quirky, interesting things with it. I'm just, again, not sure that that's really my style. But anywho, okay, on with the Bible study. All right. First Samuel chapter 2. So, last chapter we had Hannah here who was upset at the fact that she didn't have any children because her husband's other wife had had multiple children by that point and was basically rubbing it in her face and making fun of her because of it. So she, the 1 year that they went to, give yearly sacrifices to the Lord, she kind of stepped aside at one point and prayed that God would give her a son. And she even went as far as saying that she would dedicate her son to the Lord, like as a tabernacle assistant, or an assistant to the priests or whatever. But then, after that, she was assured that it would happen by the priest who was there. So then it happened. She had the son. She brought him up for a few years and then dedicated him the way that she promised. And as much as that situation between Hannah and the other wife, whose name I'm blanking on at the moment, Penina, I think it was. Anyway, as much as that situation might kind of sound like the tension that happened between Jacob's wives, Rachel and Leah, it was not the same. Not the same people, anyway. Similar kind of idea, just different people. One of those things that isn't just a one-time event in the Bible. Or at least that kind of situation. But anyway. Alright, so we've kind of got the context now for chapter 2, and now that Hannah has officially dedicated her son Samuel to the Lord to, help the priests, then we get to this, and what she says here. So, 1 Samuel chapter 2. Then Hannah prayed, "My heart rejoices in the Lord. The Lord has made me strong. Now I have an answer for my enemies. I rejoice because you rescued me. No one is holy like the Lord. There is no one besides you. There is no rock like our God. Stop acting so proud and haughty. Don't speak with such arrogance. For the Lord is a God who knows what you have done. He will judge your actions. The bow of the mighty is now broken, and those who stumbled are now strong. Those who were well fed are now starving, and those who were starving are now full. The childless woman now has 7 children, and the woman with many children wastes away. The Lord gives both death and life. He brings some down to the grave, but raises others up. The Lord makes some poor and others rich. He brings some down and lifts others up. He lifts the poor from the dust, and the needy from the garbage dump. He sets them among princes, placing them in seats of honor. For all the earth is the Lord's, and he has set the world in order." Hey, you know what? I think I'm just going to read this whole thing. "He will protect his faithful ones, but the wicked will disappear in darkness. No one will succeed by strength alone. Those who fight against the Lord will be shattered. He thunders against them from heaven. The Lord judges throughout the earth. He gives power to his king. He increases the strength of his anointed one." Then Elkanah returned home to Ramah without Samuel, and the boy served the Lord by assisting Eli the priest. Okay, so it just seemed like it was appropriate to get that all out at once, because first of all, interrupting prayer, not polite, not a good thing, generally speaking. But anyway, looking at chat stuff here real quick. Just know the story well from both from the completely distorted interpretation of the Jacob, Rachel, and Leah story and The Handmaid's Tale. Jade in the chat gang has explained the true context to that one to me a few times. Quite an interesting. Yeah. I'm not super familiar with The Handmaid's Tale and how that comments or interprets the story of Jacob, Rachel, and Leah, but yeah, again, similar kind of situation, but different people. Multiple generations later. Um, so, real quick, let me check on footnotes. Hebrew says, rather than the Lord has made me strong, it might say, the Lord has exalted my horn. It's still kind of a similar idea, though, I guess, because horns were, I believe, a sign of strength, or at least, I mean, they were definitely used for, like, army signals or things like that. So even if just in that way they were kind of a sign of strength. Footnote there, the Hebrew says to Sheol rather than to the grave. I guess you could say it's the same general gist. Sheol, though, was kind of the Old Testament Hebrew concept of what happened in the afterlife, though. I'm going to air quote afterlife. I don't know. But it was basically like, okay, well, you die, you just kind of go into the ground, and that's where you permanently reside then. Sheol has also sometimes been interpreted as like the pit. So it could have been like, think of, the in the Greek pantheon, think of like Hades underworld kind of situation, but with kind of sprinklings of the Catholic purgatory sort of idea. It was just like a permanent in the ground or perhaps underground place of eternal residence that didn't necessarily have a good or bad aspect to it. So it's not like the same thing as hell that we would think of. But anyway, the point of bringing that up is, she's talking about the Lord gives both death and life, bringing some down to the grave, meaning like to their, eternal, non-earthly fates. Footnote there, it's strength. Hebrew also says he exalts the horn of his anointed one rather than he increases their strength. But anyway, so this is pretty much more praise, you could say, than typical prayer. A lot of times you say prayer, you think of like a request to God or something more like that. This is more positive, kind of extolling the virtues of the Lord. So she prays this prayer, and then they return home. Okay, just had a minor stream interruption. Gotta love those. Check in chat real quick. So I guess in the Handmaid's Tale, Owl's saying here, they distort the story of Jacob and his wives. Distort it to the handmaids basically being breeding slaves. Jade and them explained it to me that it was basically a battle between the sisters over Jacob to give him more children. And one of them, if she had waited, could have had a natural child of her own. Yeah, that, like, because not only did they, um, not only did Rachel and Leah kind of get competitive with each other, but like they brought their own servant girls into that whole mix. But yeah, it definitely wasn't just like it wasn't anything being like forced upon them or anything like that. I don't know. That's kind of what the wording there implies, at least as far as how you're describing the Handmaid's Tale interpretation of it, or I don't know. Anyway, also stream is suddenly having some slight issues here and there. There's kind of been some storm systems going on around here lately. I don't know if that necessarily has anything to do with it, but hopefully it's not going to get too bad. Alrighty. Moving along with the Bible study stuff. On to verse 12. Now the sons of Eli were scoundrels who had no respect for the Lord. Or, sorry, that verse number there really had me thinking there should be a pause there. So they had no respect for the Lord or for their duties as priests. Whenever anyone offered a sacrifice, Eli's sons would send over a servant with a three-pronged fork. While the meat of the sacred animal was still boiling, the servant would stick the fork into the pot and demand that whatever it brought up be given to Eli's sons. All the Israelites who came to worship at Shiloh were treated this way. Sometimes the servant would come even before the animal's fat had been burned on the altar. He would demand raw meat before it had been boiled so that it could be used for roasting. The man offering the sacrifice might reply, "Take as much as you want, but the fat must be burned first." Then the servant would demand, "No, give it to me now, or I'll take it by force." So the sin of these young men was very serious in the Lord's sight, for they treated the Lord's offerings with contempt. Yeah, the big no-nos going on the part of Eli's sons here. Like, none of this was really supposed to be happening. Yes, there was a portion of the offerings that was supposed to go to the priests, but it wasn't supposed to be like a preemptive kind of thing. It was still supposed to be prepared on the altar, at least to my knowledge and recollection. Either way, the fat was definitely supposed to be burned, but the fact that this servant and Eli's sons wouldn't even honor that much, like it specifically mentions the burning of the fat as like a fragrant offering to the Lord. It was supposed to be kind of symbolic of the like the scent and like the smoke or whatever from the fat was actually supposed to, in a way, kind of symbolize, I think, the offering, the prayers, all that kind of stuff going up to the Lord, so that, the sacrifice in some small way actually kind of got there and was communicated fully to God. So if they didn't even let that happen, it, like, in a way, it could be thought of as that, these sons and their servant weren't even letting the offering really make its way up to God. But yeah, definitely not good stuff They were just being selfish, greedy, and uncaring about the whole process. Anyway, verse 18. But Samuel, though he was only a boy, served the Lord. He wore a linen garment like that of a priest. Each year his mother made a small coat for him and brought it to him when she came with her husband for the sacrifice. Before they returned home, Eli would bless Elkanah and his wife and say, "May the Lord give you other children to take the place of this one she gave to the Lord." And the Lord blessed Hannah, and she conceived and gave birth to 3 sons and 2 daughters. Meanwhile, Samuel grew up in the presence of the Lord. So, because Hannah, gave her first son to the Lord, Eli, understands the blessing that was and kind of returns at least a verbal blessing. And so, she's then able to have even more children, even though she completely didn't, maybe even couldn't before. But it seems like Samuel was far more respectful of the priestly duties than even Eli's sons, who were supposed to be priests themselves. Footnotes. Hebrews says he wore a linen ephod rather than just linen garment, but that's just kind of the name of the priestly garment anyway. Same deal, essentially. May the Lord give you other children to take the place of this one you gave to the Lord. That's how it reads in the Dead Sea Scrolls. In the Greek version, Masoretic text reads, "This one he requested of the Lord." May the Lord give you other children to take the place of this one he requested of the Lord. I don't know. The wording there seems a little weird. But I assume it's kind of the same general gist. I mean, they were talking about Samuel there anyway, for sure. Oh, geez. Ad break coming up. Nope. Snooze it. I want to try to get through the rest of this Bible study before I have another ad break. There's still quite a bit to go through, but hopefully I can get through the rest of this. Alrighty. Verse 22. Now Eli was very old, but he was aware of what his sons were doing to the people of Israel. He knew, for instance, that his sons were seducing the young women who assisted at the entrance of the tabernacle. Eli said to them, "I've been hearing reports from all the people about the wicked things you are doing. Why do you keep sinning? You must stop, my sons. The reports I hear among the Lord's people are not good. If someone sins against another person, God can mediate for the guilty party. But if someone sins against the Lord, who can intercede?" But Eli's sons wouldn't listen to their father, for the Lord was already planning to put them to death. Meanwhile, the boy Samuel grew taller and grew in favor with the Lord and with the people. So just further hammering home the previous couple of paragraphs that Eli's sons didn't really care to do things the way they were supposed to, but Samuel did. Footnote there. Okay, it says tent of meeting instead of tabernacle. But that was kind of just the name for it. Anyway. I gotta say, so far the first couple of chapters of 1 Samuel have had way more footnotes than most of the other books of the Bible previously. See, that says the judges rather than God can mediate. Which there were people, usually priests, but maybe also other kind of tribal leaders and whatnot, who could, officiate, if there were people doing bad things to each other. Kind of how we would think of a judge today. But the point was, like, there's nobody to mediate if you sin directly against God. Anyway, okay, on to verse 27. One day a man of God came to Eli and gave him this message from the Lord. I revealed myself to your ancestors when they were Pharaoh's slaves in Egypt. I chose your ancestor Aaron from among all the tribes of Israel to be my priest, to offer sacrifices on my altar, to burn incense, and to wear the priestly vest as he served me. And I assigned the sacrificial offerings to you priests. So why do you scorn my sacrifices and offerings? Why do you give your sons more honor than you give me? For you and they have become fat from the bleh. For you and they have become fat from the best offerings of my people Israel. So Eli wasn't necessarily maybe doing the greatest job here either. I mean, he clearly wasn't doing great with disciplining his sons. That last sentence there almost implies that Eli maybe was taking a little more than he was really supposed to as well. And you know, this is, it just says a man of God. I don't know. Somebody who followed God came to him one day and said that there was this message from the Lord. So saying I revealed myself, obviously that's supposed to be kind of God speaking to Eli here. Footnotes. As in Greek and Syriac. Hebrew reads, did I reveal myself? Kind of a hypothetical or rhetorical, I guess is the better word. Kind of a rhetorical question of like, oh, didn't I do this? So why are you disobeying me when I did all these things? Still the same general gist. Hebrew says your father instead of your ancestor Aaron. But that's like Aaron is the one who's sort of implied by that statement anyway. Footnote there at priestly vest. Hebrew says ephod. That was what the priestly vest was called. Anyway. So yeah, God notices that things aren't being done the way they're supposed to be. Then we get to verse 30, which is continuing this whole speech to Eli. Therefore, the Lord, the God of Israel, says, I promised that your branch of the tribe of Levi would always be my priests. But I will honor those who honor me, and I will despise those who think lightly of me. The time is coming when I put an end to your family, so it will no longer serve as my priests. All the members of your family will die before their time. None will reach old age. You will watch with envy as I pour out prosperity on the people of Israel, but no members of your family will ever live out their days. The few not cut off from serving at my altar will survive, but only so their eyes can go blind and their hearts break, and their children will die a violent death. And to prove that what I have said will come true, I will cause your two sons, Hophni and Phinehas, to die on the same day. Then I will raise up a faithful priest who will serve me and do what I desire. I will establish his family, and they will be priests to my anointed kings forever. Then all of your surviving family will bow before him, begging for money and food. Please, they will say, give us jobs among the priests so we will have enough to eat. And that's actually where the chapter ends. It feels like maybe there's more that's supposed to go into that, or maybe it'll just get into the fulfillment of all of this. So God's basically saying to Eli that, I said before the tribe of Levi would permanently be my priests. But as for Eli and his family, at least, and probably any others who were disobeying God, not doing things the right way, that they would essentially be cut off, that they would die at young ages, and that God would essentially weed them all out. So, yeah, not exactly looking good for them, but like it would look bad for God to leave such things unpunished, because these are his chosen priests among his chosen people. So like there's a double stack of expectations to live the way that God expects. But Eli's family wasn't doing that. So, then I guess he's going to... He says he'll raise up a faithful priest. Makes you wonder if that's going to be Samuel, given the way that this has been tracking so far. Hint, hint. That's pretty much who it's going to be. I mean, the book is called First Samuel. But, anyway. Footnotes. Good grief. The tribe of Levi... Hebrew says that your house and your father's house... I promise that your house and your father's house would always be my priests. But father's house referring to the lineage being the tribe of Levi. Like, so, same general gist. Looking for more footnotes. I know there's at least one more. Shoot, let me just go all the way down here, because, okay, that was footnote K. There's only one other. And it is located right here. Gotcha. So, at the end of this verse, that's how it reads in the Dead Sea Scrolls in the Greek version, which read, die by the sword, rather than... So even those versions say die by the sword, rather than just die a violent death. Masoretic text reads die like mortals, which that doesn't really describe much of anything, because being mortal just means that you die. But I guess rather than, dying a respectable, honorable death, the point was that they would die, again, at probably a young age, and, in a way that is not like just an easygoing kind of time. It would be a quick, sudden, unexpected, probably even violent death. And it's going to start with Eli's sons. But that has not happened as of yet. Perhaps we will get to that in the next chapter. But that's all that 1 Samuel chapter 2 says. And okay. Bible study done for tonight. Okay. So this is when I will kind of transition things over here in a little bit to video game stuff. Just looking at phone notifications, nothing super important. Okay. Well, maybe I didn't necessarily need to put a break or to snooze the ads quite as long as I did, but oh well. Got up from getting a snack. Panicked for a second that I almost missed the end of the stream, then realized there's gaming part. Yeah, still gaming part to go. So, no worries there. I was going to run an ad break on Twitch as I transition things over, but it's taking a moment to let me do that again. I guess because I snoozed the ads previously, and hitting snooze on the ads pushes them back 5 minutes each time. Oh, there's an option there. Okay. So maybe I can do that anyway. However it's happening, transitioning over to Kingdom Hearts now. So, let me go ahead and boot up the game on my Xbox. There we go. And we'll bring that little screen up there. Really, the main awkwardness of it is the webcam moving around. Maybe a little bit the microphone, too. Actually, you know what? While this is going, I might take a quick bathroom break, too. Be back in a sec. Okay, I am here. Yeah, I guess I'll continue from that file. I don't think there were any, like, major story elements that I did in between. Or that any major story things that happened in between those two save files. Friend just went live, gonna head out. At least I caught Bible study for once. But, yeah. Thanks, Owl. And, have a good evening. Hopefully I will see you some other time soon. Alright. I might start recording from here just because I'm gonna be warping to Traverse Town and going right into the newest torn page for the 100 Acre Wood that I got to start things off. And since I'll pretty much be heading directly there, might as well start the recording here. So anyway, here we go. Okay, so I've done a little bit of leveling up and equipment managing and ability gaining and things like that in between recordings. Did the timed version of the Fill Cup here at the Coliseum. Also went and got, like, as many of the green Trinity marks as I could, I think. There is, however, one thing that I specifically did not do, and that was seeing about the latest torn page. Which means more 100-acre wood stuff. Because while it's not technically necessary, I feel like that's still kind of a significant part of the game. So what's... this is new. Tall, curious tree buzzing with bees. Of course we'll take a look. Ow. While this scene is going on, one other little thing I might want to do here.
Hello? Is anyone there? What am I to do? I'm all alone. Pooh! Pooh! Where are you? It's me, Piglet. Oh.
Unfamiliar face. Run away. Stranger danger. And it doesn't help that, like, everybody and everything seems tall relative to Piglet. Okay. Forgetting what I'm supposed to do here. Wait. I think I'm actually supposed to, like, come up from behind Piglet. Or at least walk up more slowly. I don't know.
Oh dear, I was just, never mind. I'm sorry.
Don't be scared. You're looking for Pooh, right?
You know Pooh. Oh, you see, I have something for him. I have to take it to Pooh right away. Oh, Pooh!
Oh, I believe I smell a delicious something. A something like honey.
Pooh!
Hello, Piglet. How have you been?
Oh, I'm so glad to see you. I thought you'd gone away. I brought what you asked for.
Thank you, Piglet. Now I can finally have some honey.
Really? But how?
I shall hold on to the balloon and fly like a bee up the honey tree, see?
You would already be floating
But
up.
if you take their honey, won't the bees be angry?
Oh,
Oh. Webcam's blocking the dialogue. If you could only chase away those bees, I'm quite certain I could get a small morsel of honey. Would you help me get some honey? Should I help Pooh? No. Alright, I guess. Oh, hello there, Owl. Good day, Pooh. What are you doing? Using a balloon to get some honey? Splendid idea. Allow me to offer a few pointers. Now, Pooh can get honey by floating up this tree with his balloon. The honey is inside the tree hollows, not the beehives you see here. There's quite a lot of honey in these holes. If Pooh gets too close, if Pooh gets too close, the bees will come out to protect their honey. If they get to Pooh, they'll pop his balloon. Lock onto the bees and swat them away. The more time Pooh has at each hollow, the more honey he can eat. There's more honey higher up, too. If jumping from branch to branch proves difficult, try the rush command. Rush can help you catch up to Pooh quickly, but it isn't fully reliable. Good luck! No! Well, that didn't go very well. Oh, it's just gonna keep going until... Okay. Okay. Let me try waiting here this time. See, yeah. Now maybe I go up higher. It works out better when I'm directly across from the bees that I'm trying to hit. Although that wasn't too bad either. Man, those bees are pretty quick. I don't see any other bees higher up. So if this is really all it takes, then I'm thinking we'll be pretty well set here. Yeah, there's still like a whole nother minute of this. And I don't think there's any specific target number or anything like that. If there is, I can't imagine it being terribly high. Somehow I seem to remember this being more difficult previously. But, maybe I wasn't as good of a gamer back then. I don't know. There we go. Mission complete. I'm not sure it's actually even possible to fail that, per se.
What I will do for honey.
Torn page turned into a new item. Nature Spark. I think that actually does it for stuff here. Because I think that was the first spot, and then there was Pooh's house over here. I don't see anything else. It looks like it has been revealed. Okay. Well then. Suppose it's time we move on to the next world in the game. After I save. So, we'll go to the gummy ship. So this... Yeah, this one's got a lower battle level, so I gotta warp to Agrabah first, though. And then go from there to the next world. Which one will it be? I'm not 100% sure, honestly. My gut says it might be Halloween Town. Could be Monstro, though. Either way. We are about to head there. I wasn't totally sure I would break that little asteroid thing there. Yeah, definitely gotta avoid the warp hole, though. Because that would take me back in the direction of Olympus. Or something like that. I think that was actually the first bit of any, like, armor recovery that I got throughout this whole trip here. Ooh, hello. New ship design. I guess technically you can go outside of those rings, but like it'd be a really tight space. So, not advised by any means. Ah. Okay. Yeah, I think now I know what's coming. What is that? Wow, it's huge. It's a giant whale. It's Monstro. He's a whale of a whale. And vicious besides. Whoa! Sora, get us out of here! Why are you suddenly putting that on Sora? You wouldn't even let him take the controls back in the deep jungle. Too late. He's gonna swallow us. true. I saw it with my own eyes. You sure you didn't just hear it this time? What difference does it make? There's a huge monster in there, I tell you. Alright, suppose there really is a monster. Think we can beat it up by ourselves, Sora? No problem. Let's do it. Listen, there. Can you hear it growling? Shh, quiet. You gotta be careful. See that? It was just the wind making... I missed that last part. Oh well. Oh man, I wish it was a monster. Hold on. What's that over there? A window? Or maybe a door? It won't open. Geez, is that really all that's in here? What do you expect in a boring place like this? Hey, Sora. When we grow up, let's get off this island. We'll go on real adventures, not this kid stuff. Sure, but isn't there anything fun to do now? Hey, you know the new girl? Jeez. That text went by pretty quick. Flashback while Sora's unconscious.
Hey, Sora! Are you okay?
What are you guys doing? Where are we anyway? Whoa!
Oh, you know, I think that big old whale monstro just swallowed us. And for today's weather, expect showers. Oh, heavy showers.
Hey! Who's there? It's me! Oh, it's just Pinocchio. Pinocchio?
Pinocchio? Pinocchio, where are you going? Pinocchio! Come on, everybody, after him, quick!
And here we are. In the mouth of Monstro. Okay. Where shall I swim to?
What have you got there, Pinocchio?
With this, we can get out of here, Father.
Really? With this big block, you think so?
It's true. So, how did you end up here, Pinocchio?
Oh my, so the whale swallowed all of you too? My goodness!
Yeah, looks like it.
My name is Geppetto. I'm Pinocchio's father. When we got separated, I traveled all over looking for him. Thank goodness we're together again. So, you seem to know Pinocchio quite well. I hope he was a good boy in my absence. Well, we've all had
debatable.
quite a journey, right, Pinocchio? Pinocchio!
Heads further in because he saw Riku running that way. Not that he would know it's Riku. I've warned him not to wander off here. He can be a naughty boy. Even so, he's very precious to me. I realized my webcam might have been in the way of that particular bit of talking, but meh, oh well. Okay. Is there anything I could do out here? Probably not yet. I think there's other stuff that I need to do elsewhere before I can actually get to any of these platforms. That or I just need like a high jump ability or something.
What are you doing? Come on, let's go back.
You know, Geppetto's awfully worried about you.
Pinocchio, stop fooling around. This is no time for games.
So they just...
But Sora, I thought you liked games. Or are you too cool to play them now that you have the Keyblade?
Riku? What are you doing here?
Just playing with Pinocchio.
You know what I mean. What about Kairi? Did you find her?
Maybe. Catch us, and maybe I'll tell you what I know.
Oh, come on!
So now Riku is making us chase after him. Oh, and Heartless. Okay, so that goes into chamber 3. This way goes to chamber 2. I think I'll go with chamber 2 first. Okay, chamber 2. Okay, these guys aren't so new. Oh, come on. I'm blocking. Like, I literally... Like, you even heard Sora go like, huh, before I got hit. Anyway. Obtained a cottage. Whoop-de-dee. Okay, so that also goes to chamber 3. I can't seem to move that, but I also can't break it. Odd. Can I break this? Nope. Wait, so... This is where I usually get a little turnaround. Ow.
Thunder!
Alright, whatever. Trying to fight them in the air like this is not working very well.
Come on!
Yeah, I gotta say, these guys constantly disappearing and then reappearing is mildly annoying. But oh well. Okay. So this goes back to chamber 1. So basically, if I really wanted to progress, I should not have fallen down from that one spot in chamber 3. Dang. They might deal some notable damage, but if you hit them after they hit you with that attack, and they've got the floaty purple things around them, they drop a ton of health. Like, way more than they take from you. No, I was not trying to go back to the mouth. Ugh. Oh well. Okay, so now we're in chamber 2. And then we're back to this part of chamber 3. Pretty sure we're supposed to go around like this. Now we've gotten up a little higher in chamber 2. So we had the pot spiders in Agrabah, and now we got barrel spiders. Thunder shard. Another thunder shard. Alright, fine. I'm like, do I want to bother with jumping across these? I did, and maybe I shouldn't have. I was just trying to get the one chest. Okay, well that's where we just were. That's not too bad. Hey-ya! Nope. Maybe I need to do that earlier? But if it's gonna keep letting me cycle around like this, then no big deal. Alright, you know what? I'm sure I'll have to come back later at some point. I'm just gonna move along for now. Chamber 5. Damn. Oh my gosh. Is it just me, or do Donald and Goofy keep taking all the health? Like, basically making it so that I don't get it. I mean, granted, most of the time they end up needing it more than me. Because they get hurt more often than I do. But still. Okay, so I'm pretty sure that's where I came from. Chamber 2 sounds about right. Now we're going to chamber 6. Okay. Good for now? Alright. There is treasure down here. I would like to get said treasure.
Come on!
Okay, open. Dalmatians. Of course, all those barrel spiders appear, and it has me target the one barrel that did not turn into a spider. Like, come on, man. Okay, if I go down there, I'm not totally sure I'd be able to make it back up here. So let me just see where else I might be able to go first. Also, now that I'm not in the middle of fighting, I don't really have issues with breaking another pot here that's not a spider. Okay, back to chamber 5, just higher up.
Come on!
Oof. Ow. Barrel spiders exploding is not fun. Kinda hurts. Ow. Of course, getting hit by those guys also hurts. Doggone it. Alright. This is getting to be quite annoying. It's like they designed this specifically so you'll fall down.
Come on!
Man. Sure are a lot of enemies. But you know what? With how story heavy a lot of parts have been, I don't know, maybe this is just a change of pace here. Not necessarily a bad thing. Wow, even hitting one of the shadows with a full combo didn't bring it down? Okay. Open this. Thundaga Gummy. Open this. Mega Ether. Okay. Chamber 6. Where in Chamber 6? Oh. Back to here. Okay. Which is where we were before going along here and then falling off because of the fighting. Chamber 4 is a new one.
Why do you still care about that boy? He has all but deserted you for the Keyblade and his new companions, after all.
I don't care about him. I was just messing with him a little.
Oh, really? Of course you were. Beware the darkness in your heart. The heartless prey upon it.
Mind your own business.
Riku! What's the matter with you? What are you thinking? Don't you realize what you're doing?
I was about to ask you the same thing, Sora. You only seem interested in running around and showing off that Keyblade these days. Do you even want to save Kairi?
I do.
That's not a good sound. And save point. I'm thinking there's about to be a boss fight. That's probably where we came in from. Oh no, that's where we're going to. This is where we came from. Alrighty. To the bowels. Oh, this definitely got recolored. In the final mix version, I mean.
You up for this?
No problem. Let's do it.
Riku's helping us? Stuck on it. If I hadn't jumped right then.
Come on!
Don't give up.
Force!
Really?
Stay with it.
Okay. So I can block that, but it's not going to give me a tech point like the single arm attack. Okay. I pressed the button to block. Okay, fine. Also, I'm gonna cure myself. Damn. Good grief, the timing. It's almost like having other people help me makes this worse.
This should help.
What if I go behind him? I can't attack it from behind. Alright, whatever. I'm like, at this point, I'm close enough, I am probably gonna beat it anyway. Goofy learned cheer. Okay. I can't go back and save. Well then, down we go. Hey. The platforms that we couldn't get to.
Pinocchio! Pinocchio! Please, give me back my son.
Sorry, old man. I have some unfinished business with this puppet.
He's no puppet. Pinocchio is my little boy.
He is unusual. Not many puppets have hearts. I'm not sure, but maybe he can help someone who's lost theirs.
Wait a minute. Are you talking about Kairi?
What do you care about her?
Actually, a lot. Ooh. Learned shared ability, high jump. Party can equip these shared abilities by selecting. Yeah. Speaking of which, let me go over here. Shared abilities, high jump. Yeah. Goofy learned cheer. Increases summons MP gauge, giving them more time and attacks per battle. Equip to entire party to boost the effect. Huh. Well, shoot. I'll take that over, say, charge here. Not that I use the summons that often, but having the option is still nice. Treasure magnet. Tracks nearby HP and MP balls. Alright, I think I can remove one of these tech boosts to equip that. Okay, now I'm gonna save. I can still do a little more. Got a little more time as I'm recording this today, so I can make some slightly longer episodes. But is there anything more that I'm supposed to be doing here, or is that it? Sure doesn't feel like that's it. I mean, I know that there's more that can be done. It's just a matter of, is there more story-wise that needs to be done here? Water Gleam. Wasn't there another Gleam thing that I just got from the 100 Acre Wood? Alright, let's maybe go over here. See what we can get. Treasure. Scan Gummy. Already have one of those equipped. Thanks. Nope, okay. Not going around like that. Might still need to wait until I have a glide before I can get some of that stuff. Yeah. Okay, well, I can get over here at least. Yeah. Okay. Maybe this is where I'm supposed to go. A throat. Now this is definitely new. Okay. I think I see why they gave me high jump there. It's kind of necessary for this room area thing. Trinity Mark! More money and a mithril shard. Yeah. Further up we go. Come on. I've unintentionally worked my way much further up the throat already. Dang it. Just like that, I'm all the way back down again. Okay. Didn't quite mean to go up there yet, but sure.
Hey, let Pinocchio go, Riku.
A puppet that's lost its heart to the heartless. Maybe it holds the key to helping Kairi. How about it, Sora? Let's join forces to save her. We can do it together. What? You'd rather fight me? Over a puppet that has no heart?
Heart or no heart, at least he still has a conscience.
Conscience?
You might not hear it, but right now it's loud and clear. And it's telling me you're on the wrong side.
Then you leave me no choice.
Pinocchio! Pinocchio!
Jiminy, I'm not gonna make it.
What do you mean? You're not even alive in the first place.
Oh, I guess I'm okay.
Kind of alive, but I don't know. Pinocchio's a weird situation.
Huh?
It's like it's about fighting time again. Ow. Ow.
Come on! Come on!
Yeah. Not gonna lie, the way I've played this most times has generally been a lot of, okay, just attack like crazy and let Cure compensate for any minor strategic shortcomings of mine. Okay. Well, I got kind of double healed there. Once by myself and another time by Donald. Hey, I didn't get hit by the acid stuff that time. Did not mean to do that. But okay. I win.
Riku! Riku, where are you?
Attained the power of time.
So, Kairi's like a lifeless puppet now?
Precisely.
And her heart was...
Taken by the heartless, no doubt.
Tell me, what can I do?
There are 7 maidens of the purest heart. We call them the Princesses of Heart. Gather them together, and a door will open to the heart of all worlds. Within lies untold wisdom. There you will surely find a way to recover Kyrie's heart. Now, I'll grant you a marvelous gift. The power to control the Heartless.
Soon, Kyrie. Soon.
Anyway. Yeah, it sounds like a typical villain move, promising things that they can't actually really guarantee, just because they want to, you know, get people on their side. Like, if what lies in Kingdom Hearts is really untold wisdom, then how do you know that it... Anyway, I sure hope Pinocchio and Geppetto are okay. Yeah, hopefully they landed safely somewhere. Riku. And it puts us back in Agrabah. Well, I mean, that might not be the worst place to go for the moment, just so I can kind of save and regroup here, plan the next move. But, yeah. Considering that was the entirety of the, you know, story stuff within Monstro, at least for the moment, seems like a reasonable spot to wrap up an episode. But not the stream, so we're clear. Still gonna do a little more for the stream, but, I have some things I might want to look at first. Okay, nothing new there. Donald now has second wind. Recover from KO status quickly with HP fully restored. Cover MP whenever you're hit. Boost MP recovery rate. Honestly, I would rather get rid of Treasure Magnet and Berserk for Donald. Because, you know, Mage. Goofy's got enough Treasure Magnet for most of the group. Oh, but Goofy also has second wind now. Okay, I'll ditch Cheer. And, maybe also a Treasure Magnet. Nobody's gonna end up having Treasure Magnet because I'm trying to, you know, have them revive quicker. Anywho, and I almost wonder if... I mean, gravity's definitely helpful for the airborne enemies. I do wonder if I would maybe want to have stop in there, though. Prevents target from taking action for a limited time. Brings a percentage of HP from the target, effective against enemies with lots of HP. Okay, so there's that, too. If an enemy's got a lot of health, then gravity... like, gravity deals damage relative to their current health, I guess. So, yeah, gravity still seems like the overall better thing to use. Plus, it only costs 1 MP instead of 2. Okay. I'm gonna step away for just a little bit. My throat's getting a little sore. I'm gonna go get myself a little snack to go help relieve that. But I'll be back in just a bit. Meanwhile, enjoy the music of Agrabah, I guess. Oh, and I figure I'll run an ad break for Twitch while that's going on too, because why not? Okay, seems like I'm back pretty much just in time for the ad break to be done. Now I gotta figure out where to go from here. Well, I think I have an idea anyway. So, let's go back to the gummy ship. Actually, I should probably be recording, huh? Yeah. Alright. Give me a sec. Double checking phone notifications. Nothing super important. Anywho. Okay. Yeah, I should start recording now probably so I don't end up excluding any of this from episodes. Okay, we're back after going through all the stuff with Monstro, and I went to the gummy ship and was immediately greeted with this. So this is where we're picking things up, but nothing else happened in between. I think my magic is as good as Donald's now. No way, not in a million years. Why don't you go see Merlin? Work more on your magic. There's a tournament being held at the Coliseum. I hear there's a great reward for the winner. Can I maybe put that off for now? I would like to go to the next world. Yeah. So, at this point, you can opt to go to Monstro, or you can choose to just, like, completely bypass him. Oh wow, that special did a ton of healing. Didn't necessarily realize those all did that. I don't know why I'm going for shield stuff, because I don't even have a shield. Though I bet you in terms of, like, mission score, that would increase the mission score. So there's that. But also getting hurt might decrease the mission score, so I don't know. I haven't been paying very close attention to it. Okay, so confirmation that getting hurt does not decrease the mission score. Hey, Wows, how are ya? So, not bad, how am I? I'm doing pretty good. As far as the game's concerned, I just completed the first story encounter, or whatever you want to call it, of Monstro. I don't think there's any more story stuff within Monstro in the first game, but I'm just wording it like that just in case my memory's bad and I'm forgetting something. But yeah. Personally, you know, enjoying the new job situation and how much less stressful it is than my previous job. Is it seriously gonna just have Monstro swallow me up again? Also got a new chair because I was finding the previous one notably uncomfortable. Okay, it had Monstro swallow us anyway. Odd. Can I maybe get out of here and move along to the next world, please? I would much prefer that. But I'll save just so I don't have to do all that stuff all over again. Okay, gummy ship. Alright, moving along. And what do you know, this is the portion I saw right before getting swallowed by Monstro. For some reason I thought maybe, like, Monstro didn't always end up swallowing me. I really should probably just use my laser more often. Oh, right. Well, at least it's not Kingdom Hearts 2 Atlantica. Okay, guys, prepare for landing. Land where? In the sea? We'll drown. Not with my magic, we won't. Just leave it to me. Immediately gets a chance to show off his magic after Sora was saying his might be as strong.
Come on, Sebastian.
Ariel, wait! Slow down! Don't leave me behind!
Oh, relax, Sebastian. They don't look like one of them. Right, Flounder?
I don't know. They're There's something weird about them.
What do you mean?
They do seem a little different. Where are you from?
We're from kind of far away. And we're not really used to these waters,
Oh, I see. In that case, Sebastian can show you how we swim around here.
Ariel! King Triton will not like this!
Oh, don't worry.
Good job! Now let's move on to safety fins.
Sebastian!
Eh? Class is over. Good luck.
Come on!
Come on! Come on! Come on! Come Thunder! Come on! Come on!
That was too close. As long as I have my trident, I will not tolerate those creatures inside this palace.
Daddy?
Oh, Ariel! When will you listen? It's dangerous out there. Strange creatures lurk outside.
Behold, you swim before the ruler of the seas, His Majesty King Triton.
And who are they?
They helped us fight off those creatures.
They don't look familiar.
We're from an ocean very far away.
Yup, we came to find the keyhole.
The what?
What's that?
Well, it's a...
There's no such thing, certainly not here.
But Daddy...
Ariel, not another word. You are not to leave the palace. Is that clear?
Way to go, Goofy.
Perhaps I'm being too strict. I'm just concerned for her safety.
Of course, Your Majesty. But I must admit, now I'm quite curious about this keyhole.
That need not concern you, Sebastian. Have you anything to report?
Just as
Why
we
are they
suspected,
showing
Your
the
Majesty,
back of
they
his
seem to be coming
throne?
from Ursula's grotto.
I knew it. That sea witch is up to no good again. A sea exile from the palace has taught her nothing.
Yes, she poses serious danger.
And I told you to keep Ariel away from such danger, did I not?
Your Majesty, please,
Alrighty. Now what? Other than, you know, obviously we swim somewhere else. Okay. While we're passing by. Another Mega Ether. Okay. We don't see any other shells like that. You. What are you doing? Other than, obviously, causing trouble and getting in our way. Come to my grotto. I want to show you something. There it is. See? Mm-hmm. I do see, indeed. I think I'd rather get rid of these things first and then worry about the giant squid-looking thing. Ow. I mean, it hurts when it hits, but it's overall, I'd say, not as annoying as the others. Especially because, you know, once you get it low on health, it generally does this kind of thing. Splits off into multiple of the smaller. I guess those are more jellyfish. I don't know why I called it a squid. Ariel's Grotto. Look at all the wonderful things Flounder and I have collected. I think it's all from the outside world. Someday, I'm going to see what's out there. I want to see other worlds. Does that sound strange? No, not at all. I used to feel the same way. Used to? I mean, I still do. Hey, why don't we try looking for that keyhole you were talking about? But your father said, oh, he treats me like a little girl. He never wants to let me do anything. He just doesn't understand. Or he understands way more than you know, and you just don't know how dangerous it all can be. Mega Potion. There's this really big fish who can swim against the current. But he's scared of those weird things swimming around. So if we chase them away, I think the big fish will play with us. Maybe if you grab onto him, he'll take you somewhere. Yes, thank you. I will keep that in mind for later. But I'm trying to make sure I don't miss anything in here first. Ah, another torn page. Okay. More stuff for the 100-acre wood. It's not gonna let me get out this way? Okay, fine. Down we go. And out this way, I guess. Flotsam and Jetsam.
Ha! Those impudent fools will never find the keyhole. But the girl could prove useful, and I've got the heartless on my side. Triton, my old friend, your day is coming.
So, where might you take us? Do you actually take us anywhere around here? Seemingly not. I need to find another one like you, probably. So I can actually go somewhere more important. Okay. Lizara. Come on. There we go. I'm like, let me get the thing. I opened the chest up so I could get a thing. Chest. Whatever. I opened the shell so I could get a thing. Not letting me get the thing is completely counterproductive. And now it's gonna become smaller jellyfish things. Yep, we're here taking on the jellies. But no, I would not say we have serious real issues. I would say that it'd be an interesting world to possibly add to a future Kingdom Hearts game, but I'm not totally sure that it... I don't know. Not totally sure how that would work into, you know, the overall plot. Okay, so I'm pretty sure I need to work myself away from the palace. But where exactly? So we got Undersea Garden here that's currently doesn't have much going on. Probably going to be some sort of scene later on here, though. Well, that didn't do much, so I guess we'll... really? I went to one other place. Okay. Atlantica apparently does not like to remember enemies that you've already defeated in one place once you go to a different place. I should really be using more magic right now. These enemies are dropping far more MP orbs than HP. Oh. More of these guys? Okay.
Here. Stop.
Then we go to this dude and also use stop. And now the big one.
Stop! Come on!
Oh, hey. There's the dolphin that I'm supposed to ride to get to the next major story-related place.
Come on! Come on!
Alright. Finally got some health from some enemies. Oh, X is down. Got a thunder gem and a high potion. Oh yeah, I kind of have to go out this way. Because I can't swim against the current. I was thinking, where is our dolphin friend? But maybe I have to get rid of all the heartless first. Well, actually no, I see dolphin friend down there. No guaranteeing that's where it's going to be here in a little bit, though.
Come on!
And I'm just realizing my guard and dodge roll abilities are completely useless here. Because I have to use X to descend in the water. I can understand not being able to dodge roll, but guarding at least would be quite handy. And should definitely physically be possible even in the water. Because that's just a matter of, you know, putting up the Keyblade in front of you.
Come on!
Ah, that one did not split into smaller jellyfish. Alright, where's the dolphin now? I see it over that way. I think I saw it over that way. Maybe not. Alright, well. Not like it hurts long term to fight more Heartless.
Come on! Come on!
Come on.
Come on!
Get an elixir. Okay. Dolphin. Dolphin friend. Please take us against the current. Yeah. Okay. Sunken ship. Right. Don't like that angle. Nope. Not good. Now that he's done that, I doubt he's going to come back. So let's open the chest. Shape reminds me of something. Crystal Trident. I wonder what something that could possibly be. What could that be reminding you of? Oh, hello. Examine. Hitting it might... No. Really. I hadn't figured that out from the countless others I had opened like this. Actually, it probably wasn't that many. Calling it countless seems like it was a lot. Okay. Now we go outside the ship. And... yeah. But really not that bad, honestly. Boom. Okay. I should probably heal a little bit, though.
Heal.
High potion, mega potion, ether. Okay. Huh? Okay, can't do much with that. What is that? Is that... I think I need Ariel in the party for that. So then I can have Flounder go back there and fetch it. Or maybe Sebastian. Either way. Mithril Shard. Elixir. And I think that does it for the chests around here. I think. Okay. Well, I guess that means we're out of here. Now that we got the Crystal Trident, we gotta go back to the grotto. I should have gone towards the... I should have gone towards the palace. Because the grotto is in that area. I already opened that one. What Heartless have we here? Oh! Not a Heartless. I was like, what Heartless have we here? But no, it is not a Heartless. It's just a big shark. Big mean shark. Sure would be nice if I could swim faster and, you know, actually catch up to him after he runs into a wall like that. Okay. But at least each time I encounter him, I get 100 experience points. And some items. Ether, Mega Potion, High Potion. Not bad, not bad. No, I got that one. Did I get this item over here? No. That one is a cottage. Oh, speaking of, you know what? I never use those things. Let me go ahead and use one now. Fully restores the party's HP and MP. Yeah, sure, why not? I've got more cottages than the rest anyway. I don't think I need it that badly, but just because I might as well use them at some point. Donald, if you were going to boost my defense by using arrow, you should have done that, like, right away. And again, we're here. Okay, fine.
Stop! Stop!
Where's the last one? There we go. Magic, stop.
Stop!
Okay.
Stop!
Okay. I guess it's only after a certain number of hits that it actually does anything special. Oh. I think Sharky's back. Yep. I figured it was going to charge at us first thing. But now it's continuing to charge. Maybe because it keeps hitting us? Or because I was still far away?
Come on!
Yeah, Donald definitely had better timing with the arrow that time around. Hey, thanks for the healing. See, Donald can be useful. People like to rip on Donald like he never actually helps you when you need him. And that was by no means the most dire of situations, but still. Hey, looky there. Fits right in. But what'd it do?
Ariel, you've disobeyed me again. I told you not to leave the palace.
Daddy, no! How could you?
Young man, you're not from another ocean. You're from another world, aren't you?
Huh?
Then you must be the key bearer.
How did you know?
You may fool Ariel, but you can't fool me. You don't know your dorsal fin from your tail. As the key bearer, you must already know one must not meddle in the affairs of other worlds.
Of course I know that, but...
You have violated this principle. The key bearer shatters peace and brings ruin.
Oh, Sora's not like that.
I thank you for saving my daughter, but there is no room in my ocean for you or your key.
But there's Heartless. So they need to find the keyhole so things don't get even worse.
My, the poor child suffers such deep sorrow. What a pity. If only there was something we could do. Wait, maybe she can be of some help. Yes, maybe she can be of some help to you.
Who are you talking about?
Oh, she would surely help you. She'd make all your dreams come true. person I can help.
You called, my dear?
You're Ursula. Well, I was just wondering if...
It's all right. Helping others is what I live for. Let me guess. You wish to see other worlds. That shouldn't be too hard. After all, your new friends came from another world.
What?
But they had special help. That mysterious key. Now, cheer up, sweetie. You have something special, too.
Huh?
Now listen carefully.
Actually, I don't know if I should be singing along with that. Flounder? Anything to say? Where'd Ariel go? I want to go look for her, but I'm sort of scared. Of course you are. Scaredy fish. Even Ariel calls you that sometimes. Not that Ariel's the best judge of, a particular person or fish's overall character. Come on. I was trying to target the one enemy with the, like, harpoon spear thing, so I could clear that out and maybe get some health from it. But it was not cooperating. Neither was the giant jellyfish. In fact, the giant jellyfish was probably an even worse offender. Okay. So, where do we go now?
I think the keyhole they seek is somewhere in the palace. Now, my dear, if you can take me there without your daddy knowing, I can help you get to these other worlds you long for.
Okay, why would the trident just be floating there? That makes no sense. Doesn't seem like a very helpful or logical move. You would think King Triton would pretty much always want to have that in his possession, so that it doesn't wind up getting taken by other people. Especially not those potentially nefarious purposes, like maybe Ursula. Okay, you know what? Did that actually just heal this one? I think that actually just healed this one. Certainly didn't act like it was hurt. Let me make sure I don't miss that item there.
Come on.
Alright. Next time I can get to a save point, I'm thinking I'm probably going to wrap up this episode here. Yes, these have been a bit longer than normal, the past couple, but that's not a bad thing. because then I can progress even further in the game. A little bit quicker. Oh, hello. You're new. Well, new to this playthrough. Not new, like, I have never fought something like this before. The coloring seems a little different than I remember, but still. I've definitely fought something like that in previous playthroughs. You know, ones that were not publicly available for anyone to watch online. Also way back when I was like in my teens. That has me trying to remember what I did, or what happened, I should say, with the old PS2 that my family had. I wonder if maybe my older sister decided to just keep that since like nobody else was really using it. I definitely don't think we sold it.
The trident is mine at last, and I couldn't have done it without your help, my dear.
Ursula, no! I didn't want this!
Why not? Aren't you tired of following your dear daddy's orders? Oh, yes. We had a deal, didn't we? Time for a little journey to the dark world of the Heartless.
We cannot find the keyhole. The keyhole is not here.
What? Why, we have company. I'm afraid you're a little late, handsome.
Why does that seem totally within Ursula's character to call Sora handsome?
We must get it back.
Come on, let's go.
Wait, I'm going with you. My father is hurt and it's all my fault. I have to stop Ursula.
That's right. I'm right behind you, Ariel.
Okay. Now it seems, you know... It seems to fit the story to have Ariel in the party now. Ursula draws power from her cauldron. To defeat Ursula, you must strike her cauldron with magic. Okay. Is there any other save point anywhere in here? Hey, there we go. Handy. That's like exactly what I was looking for. Would have been really annoying if there was literally only one save point in this entire world. But anyway, I think that's gonna have to wrap up this episode. Suppose next time we'll be tracking down Ursula and taking her on. But I do want to check a couple of things real quick here. I could give her some better accessories. Like, okay. Was that the one I was wanting to give her? I guess so. Max HP and defense, yeah. I just don't know how many of these I really want to give her. They could kind of sort of be useful later. Meh. Oh well. Twitch says there's an ad break coming up soon, eh? Alright, tell you what. I guess I'll give her the Chaos Ring there. Also, what abilities does she have? Probably not going to do much if I change hers. Anywho. Well... lest I get us into another ad break, I think that's about all I've got time for then tonight. That does leave me in a little bit of a bind as far as... oh, okay, I can still go to the gummy ship. So I guess I'm not too stuck as far as possible side questing and all that goes. So that'll still be on the table for Saturday's live stream, because yeah, I'm pretty much relegating all the side questing and stuff to the non-recording session streams, because I'm trying to keep the actual recordings of this playthrough down to, like, just, well, mostly story, as much story as I could reasonably fit in. But anyway, I do believe that shall be all for this evening. Thank you, everyone, for watching. Hope you enjoyed the stream. Hopefully I'll see you around soon. Now, this Saturday I will be streaming. However, after that, I do think I want to kind of have Thursday evening as the default. Although that might change in the near future, I don't know. Kind of dependent on other circumstances. Generally speaking, I'm thinking Thursday nights will be my main, just like having fun, chilling out, side questing kind of stream. But I know at least once a month, most months out of the year, there's something going on the first Thursday of each month that I'll want to do instead. So those weeks I'll shift it to Saturday nights. Or I might just keep it Saturday nights permanently. I don't know. I'm not 100% decided on all that. But anyway. So, all that being said, I hope to see you soon for another live stream or something like that. Feel free to go to my YouTube channel and watch my videos there. In the meantime, otherwise, I think that'll do it. So, I'm just trying to figure out who I might want to raid here. I see somebody playing some Pokemon who I just recently gave a follow on Twitter/X. So, yeah, I think we'll hop over there, and that'll do it for tonight. So, hope you're all doing well. Hopefully I'll see you soon for another live stream or something else. But, whatever the case is, till next time, stay cool, everybody. Sorry, I'm kind of holding up on the raid because they're in the middle of an ad break, and that seems like an odd time to chime in when I can't even hear what they're saying. Anyway, hopefully that'll be done soon, and then we'll get into the raid for real.